The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The government has kicked off its rollout of booster shots for medical frontliners. The priority list was also expanded to include other hospital workers, like janitors and security guards. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us the front seat to the story.
Filipino healthcare workers finally breathed a sigh of relief as government on Thursday began a rollout of booster shots.
Masaya kasi alam namin na well-protected kami, hindi lang yung mga patient namin, at the same time yung family.
The boosters come just in time. Some doctors have noted an increase in the number of vaccinated people acquiring COVID-19 as the effects of the vaccine began to wane after 6 to 8 months. The DOH plans to give boosters to 1.7 million healthcare workers by the end of the month. But the list has also been expanded to include other hospital staff, security guards, clerks, and janitors. A few more requirements though: if you were fully vaccinated with Pfizer, Moderna, Sinovac, Sputnik, and AstraZeneca at least 6 months ago, you can get the booster. If you were vaccinated with a single-dose Johnson & Johnson, you can get the boost 3 months later. Similar to the vaccine mixing and matching, boosters can be heterologous. This means brands like Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca can be used as boosters, regardless of the brand used after being fully vaccinated. Menandro Perilla, a security guard in the National Kidney and Transplant Institution, for example, was vaccinated with Sinovac in April, but was boosted with Pfizer.
Sa pangatawang ko, okay naman po, wala naman po masamang side effect.
Homologous boosting, on the other hand, uses the same brand. While mixing and matching is available for boosters, it cannot be done for second doses. Only a few vaccine sites like Quezon City, Taguig, and San Juan have started to roll out boosters on Thursday. Other local governments said they will start their rollout before the end of the week. They also plan to start boosting seniors and persons with comorbidities by next week. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, we are One News.
A member of the vaccine expert panel warns that the efficacy of COVID-19 shots will start waning below 50% after 6 months. On One News' The Big Story, Dr. Jean Solante said vaccine efficacy goes down gradually over the course of 6 months right after the full dose inoculation. He added that booster shots will be needed after the 6th month, as this will provide higher antibody protection.
After 6 months, you need another dose so that that protection that you got during the primary vaccine series will be retained, and even more with a booster shot. And that's what we want to get from this booster shot. The antibody protection will be higher so that we will be protected against the infection.
In a separate interview, Solante said all approved vaccine brands are good boosters against COVID-19. Solante told One News' The Chiefs that protection against COVID-19 is generally improved, regardless of the vaccine brand chosen for one's booster shot. However, Solante admits that there isn't enough data on third-dose brands that are compatible for the newly approved Covovax shot from India.
We don't have yet data on Covovax with what is the third dose of this, no? Because the Covovax is a different platform. It's a different platform. It's a protein subunit. So ito yung wala siyang kasamang platform at the moment. So we need to study the data. So Covovax will be prioritized to those who haven't been given the vaccine as a primary vaccine.
Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Dick Gordon is pushing for a higher budget allocation for the Health Department. The lawmaker is urging his colleagues to look for possible budget surpluses in other agencies that can be rechanneled to the DOH. Gordon insists funding priority should be given to the agency that needs it most.
Pushing towards creating a very strong push na dagdagan ng budget ng Department of Health, provided hindi mangyayari yung binibigay natin na magagastos lang yung ating pera at maglalagay tayo ng mga tamang tao na bibili ng gamit natin at hindi mangyayari yung mga nangyayari sa primary. May tama natin yung budget na kailangan talaga ng Department of Health at maiwasto natin na yung pera na para sa local government magamit talaga sa prioritization.
But the next budget hearing will have to wait until Monday This after Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana tested positive for COVID-19 following his appearance at the Senate for the DND's budget hearing on Tuesday. The Senate will be closed in the meantime for disinfection. Farmali's Mago has left the custody of the lower house. Good Government and Public Accountability Panel Chair Michael Aglipay revealed that Mago requested to be released from protective custody. Aglipay said that Mago wrote a letter to the leadership last week that she wanted to leave, and recalled that Mago appeared at the House hearing to recant her earlier statements that Farmally tampered with the expiry dates of face shields sold to the government. Meanwhile, Malacanang denies that Mohit and Twinkle Dargani's counsel, Daryl Richie Valles, still works at the office of the president. This comes after Valles visited the Darganis in the Senate, where they were detained as they attempted to flee the country in a private jet bound for Malaysia. In a statement, acting presidential spokesperson Carlo Nograles said that Valles indeed worked for the office of the president. However, he had already resigned as of March 1 of this year. With CHED allowing the resumption of face-to-face classes and athletics under Alert Level 2, will we finally see the return of collegiate competition soon? Marty Bautista gives us the latest in this report.
It's been almost 2 years since UAAP sports fans have seen action. News 5 had the chance to check in with some of our favorite UAAP stars. Ateneo Lady Eagle Vanny Gandler came in last 2019 as a rookie, and now she stands as one of the seniors ready to lead the brigade. During the lockdowns, she did her best to stay fit together with her fellow Lady Eagles.
Well, of course, since we're limited to just training at home, we've just been focusing on our ball control. So we use the wall or just like ourselves. And also we focus on maybe keeping our form or improving our form with spiking. We took this time to focus more on our individual skills that we need to work on so that when we get back to actual training, we can work more as a team.
Ateneo Blue Eagles big man Angelo Kawame shares the same sentiments. Kawame said that during the lockdown, he even got himself a personal trainer.
I've been doing good, trying to keep myself in shape, every single morning, working out by myself, like body weight workout, and also I had the trainer. It's just the physical aspect.
Vanny and Ange are now both standing in as seniors for their respective UAAP teams, and according to them, they're ready to hit the courts. Just in time for CHED's announcement of the reopening of limited face-to-face classes and the approval of trainings for collegiate teams.
As vaccination rates have gone up and as the safety of students are now easier to manage, and as the level of infection has gone down, number one, we included in our expanded limited face-to-face guidelines that PE classes can already be held in schools. And sports, athletics in schools is already allowed in areas that are under alert level 2 because only vaccinated students and faculty and employees are allowed in limited face-to-face classes.
As of the moment, CHED has given the go signal for schools to resume training. But when it comes to the regulations surrounding collegiate competitions, it all boils down to the decision of individual schools. A target date hasn't been set, but according to De Vera, schools have discussed resuming collegiate competitions early next year. Vanny and Ange say they are expecting to return to a bubble format in their upcoming UAAP season.
They have that idea, that fruition around that, we'll be entering bubble soon. But they don't know anything, about rather if they really want to put everybody together or, they have to separate or, where the venue is going to be.
In the meantime, the athletes are balancing school and sports at home and ask for the continuous support from their fans.
I want to say thanks to all of them, especially those, supporters that was there for most of the period. That message everybody asks on the players like how they're doing and everything like that. We really appreciate it, and at the same as them, like we really excited, if there is a season next year.
We will definitely do our best to bring the crown back since, we're still the last champion. And I hope that we get a crowd soon. Also, I hope you guys, they get to see us play in person soon. And that's all. I'm really thankful for all the supporters that we have.
For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Thirdy Ravena was slapped with a 2-game suspension in the Japan's B League for his post-game outburst following San and Neo Phoenix's loss on Sunday. Ravena damaged a sponsor billboard following the frustrating loss, resulting in the suspension, as well as a fine worth 100,000 Japanese yen, or about 44,000 pesos. And the suspension will force the Filipino guard to miss his team's home games against the Seahorses Mikawa on December 4 and 5. The former Ateneo standout immediately issued an apology after the sanctions were announced. And Ravena says he is deeply sorry for letting his emotions get the best of him. Always a fan of the NBA? Celebrate the 75th NBA season and watch games daily on NBA TV Philippines on Signal, every Saturday and Sunday on TV5, and every Friday and Monday on One Sports. Show your love for the game and be #always a fan. Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. 126 party list applicants for next year's polls have been disqualified. A study shows supporters of the administration are more likely to believe in fake news. And Miss Universe Philippines 2021, Beatriz Luigi Gomez, was given her official send-off ceremony for the 70th Miss Universe competition. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 10:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. And you can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.